So let me say a very warm welcome to everyone to this Capital Markets Day for Napatech 2017. I'm sure we have a pretty interesting program for you today. We'll be listening to both updates from the past quarters, but also trying to talk about some of the big trends and long-term strategies, including very fortunate to also have a keynote speaker from IBM Security here today. We'll get back to that in a minute. But I'm Lars Thoresen. I'm the chairman of the board. I've been with the company for the past 3 years as an investor representative, for the past 2 years as a member of the board. And the story for me was really always about a fantastic technology and a great product with some very interesting people down in Denmark. We just needed to speed up a bit and manage to execute on the sales and go-to-market side. And hopefully we start to see some of the signs that that strategy is about to bear some good fruits. In terms of today, just practically, we will go through a handful of different sessions, and time allowing, it's just great if you raise your hand and we can have some questions at the end of each session. And at any rate, we'll be happy to have a number of questions at the end of the overall session. So feel free to make this interactive. Before we kick off, just wanted to comment a little bit on a project to increase our board of directors, and we made the announcement last night that we're very pleased to see that Henry Wasick out of California has accepted to join us. Of course, provided that the AGM elects him into the board. Henry is a person with 25 years of experience in a couple of areas that are very relevant for Napatech. His big theme has been working on solutions, technical solutions to hyperscale data centers, and as you know, that's one of the big themes for Napatech. One of the interesting things we talked a lot about speaking to him over the past period has also been how he's on numerous occasions taken hardware-based solutions, hardware-based technologies, and transform them into software-based business models, and how you can decouple and deliver on software, and that's also a theme, obviously with Napatech coming out of the accelerator side, looking to build solutions like recording and virtualized computing. We think that's going to be very interesting. A third theme is, of course, that with his network in the US and on the West Coast, that complements Howard Bob, which is already part of the board, with contacts and insights to the most important market for Napatech. So we're very pleased. He's been the CEO and built numerous companies. DSC ended up at Alcatel. Force 10 Networks is today part of Dell. Joyent sold to Samsung. So he's been through that growth phase with successful exits at the end of each journey. So just wanted to give you a couple of comments there. Okay. This is the slide we ended up with last year. This was sort of summarizing what we talked about at the CMD event a year ago. And it still holds true. We have a great team in place and we're continuing to strengthen it. You'll meet Jared in a few minutes. A fantastic set of customers, some really great names, including IBM. And looking to continue to expand that. Working on expanding the solution set. And all of that with the strategy that we announced a year ago that continued to hold true, which is around the accelerators, the recording, and the virtualized computing. I think what we'll try to do today is also to take the next step and explain the why. Why will Napatech have interesting solutions, and what are those solutions? And if there's one term that I hope we can make a bit more sense around today, it will be the smart NIC story. So you'll hear the term several times during today, and if you can walk out of here and have some more sense on why that's interesting, then we've done our job. Here are today's speakers. We'll get to each one of them, so let me now introduce the keynote speaker of today. We're very pleased to have Ron Williams from Austin, Texas, flying all the way in here. Ron has 25 years of experience within the fields of IT, software development, IT, security. He told me last night that his best coding was done after sunset. And he spent the first part of his career coding himself. He holds a number of patents. He can still hold his engineering team true to the coding. He can dive in and still understand what's going on there. Patents include areas like authentication, authorization, web app security, network intrusion, software-defined networks. And in the latter part of his career, he's been running a global engineering team at IBM. He's today the chief architect of threat protection and intelligence at IBM Security. The topic of today will be that within cybersecurity, the trends are clear, but are the consequences? What are the countermeasures needed to be taken? And even further so, what are proactive measures you can take in order to stay apart from criminals in the cybersecurity area?